Breaking news on Wednesday morning, Deandre Hopkins is joining the Kansas City Chiefs in a trade with the Tennessee Titans. And in this trade, the Tennessee Titans are getting a conditional fourth-round pick from the Kansas City Chiefs, and this addresses a major need at wide receiver for the defending champions. Now, we talked about early in the podcast about Patrick Mahomes, and while he may not have had the best starts to this season, the Chiefs are still 6-0 and they are still finding ways to win. Now, is this sustainable? I don't really think so, because eventually you're going to have to put up big numbers against teams, and while the defense has been looking good the last two seasons, we do know that the offense still has been kind of out of sorts, and this year in particular they have lost countless parts at the receiver position. They're already without Rashid Rice, Juju Smith-Schuster, who has returned to the roster, missed some time as well, and frankly at this point it is just Mecole Hardman and the inexperienced rookie Xavier Worthy, and that's not a lot to go on to make a title run. And I mean, Deandre Hopkins at this point is looking for a situation where he can contend for a title. And if you plug in Deandre Hopkins into this Chiefs offense, this is going to be the first time Patrick Mahomes has a wide receiver at least that can go up and get it and make pretty much every catch that you need. You trust lofting a ball to DeAndre Hopkins because you think he can come down and get it. Now, is it championship experience? Not quite, but I mean, he is clearly the most skilled receiver in this room. And I think the energy will rub off on the rest of the receivers with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I couldn't be happier for a guy like DeAndre Hopkins, because this guy has played with terrible quarterbacks throughout his career. During his time in Houston, he had a revolving door of quarterbacks, and then he had a brief stint in Arizona with Kyler Murray. But ever since then, he's been kind of roaming around, and that's partially due to injuries. But last year, he did put up 1,000 yards receiving with yet again a revolving door at the quarterback position in Tennessee. This year, Will Levis has taken a major step back, and thankfully the Chiefs have saved his career and given him a chance to compete for a title, because the last two seasons the Chiefs has made deadline deals for receivers. Last year was Mecole Hardman, the year before was Kadarius Toney, and these two receivers in the past at least have made notable contributions, especially in the Super Bowl. Now, will history repeat itself? That remains to be seen, but still, this is a big move, and I think a very important move for the Kansas City Chiefs, because while the defense can continue to carry the load, the offense will absolutely need to pick up its side of the ball as the season progresses. I don't expect the Chiefs to go undefeated, but they will need some vertical threats, and with the injuries that they have in their receiving room, I think Hopkins is a match made in heaven. But this is a spectacular move by the Kansas City front office.